What's up, everyone? What's up? What's up? Happy Tuesday. Happy Taco Tuesday. How you guys doing today? Let me get y'all to come on in. Come on in. Come on in. Open that door up and walk right in, guys. How you guys doing today? Today is going to be uplifting, and I'm not going to keep you guys long today. Welcome to Tim's On Demand. My name is Tim, of course, and I'm the guy that tried to give you guys some positive content and make it entertaining as well. What are we talking about today on this beautiful, glorious Tuesday? Well, let's talk about the best moments of your life. That's right, the best moments of your life. Guys, I'm not going to keep you guys long today, but sometimes we just have to reflect. We have to reflect on the positive. What do you mean, Tim, by the positive? Well, life is full of moments, guys. This is a moment that I'm having right now. Now, every day, of course, it's not going to be a good, happy day. You know, there are some days there's going to be frustration, sadness, miseries, but you don't want to stay in that place, right? And like I told you guys before, sunny days, everybody loves them, but can you stand the rain? You never stay hooked on a feeling every day, all day. Every problem has a solution. And I just want to share today, guys, some happy moments in my life. If you're a parent, you know what I'm talking about. Hold on a second. On what I'm about to say. My happiest moments is, of course, when all four of my adult kids, my adult babies, I know they don't want to hear that, was born. I I snipped out three of them myself. The last one was born at home. She was born at home. Back then they called it a medulla. In the early 2000s, it was called a medulla. And all of them are grown now, guys. They're all four of them are adults. They're young adults, and they're doing their thing. And, you know, the happiest times of my life was that I was a part of their life. Even though me and my ex-wife were divorced, I always were in my kids' life. And I'm proud of that. That's an accomplishment for me. You know, you as a parent can do the best you can for your kids and raise them the best you can, but that is really an accomplishment. And I'm going to tell you something about kids, guys. When you raise them the right way, even if they mess up and make little mistakes, and trust me when I tell you, kids will make a mistake. The seed that you implant in them mentally, the seeds that you implant in them, will harvest, and you can see it grow later on through life when they're challenged with bills, when they're challenged with different problems and so forth, you know, different situations. You can see that seed that you nurtured and planted within them. So that was a great accomplishment in my life, guys. That was one of millions. You know, just growing up in the 70s is another one. Being a little boy throughout the whole 70s, that was another great time for me. Watching all these adult teenage kids going to the discos and stuff. You know, they had them in New York and down here in Florida and so forth. And I was just this little kid with a curly afro, just watching all these girls in clogs and high heels and guys dressed to the zoot. You know, these were just great moments in my life. And then growing up as a teenager in the 80s. And if you want to know how I was as a teenager in the 80s, just watch the Cosby Show and the character Theo. So, because we were about the same age. Theo on the Cosby Show. And you'll see how I grew up, I mean, it was just a lot of fun, guys. I had good direction from great parents. I had two-parent household, and shout out to my parents for being great parents. They're elderly now. They've been married almost 60 years, you know? And it was just a very different time. I was in a singing group. We performed at various junior colleges when I was 17, 18. Uh, Tell you a true story. Jazzy Jeffs and the Fresh Prince came down here. Will Smith. I want to say 87, a year before he blew up, and the parents just don't understand. I met him, but it was Florida Junior College at the time, here in Jacksonville. But he wasn't popular. Nobody knew who he was, Will Smith. Everybody knew about the DJ, the famous DJ, Jazzy Jeff. He was actually the star back then. Isn't that crazy? I met T-Pain when he came to a club in 2003 or 4. And he came to this little hole-in-the-wall club, but it's a top-of-the-line hole-in-the-wall club. And I was doing outside security at the time. Just getting paid just to sit out there and watch people cars, me and another guy. We both met T-Pain, but we never knew that he was going to be a superstar. And as a musician and performer back in the late 80s, early 90s, growing up, and throughout, 2000, even though I didn't make it in the music industry, I met a whole bunch of people along the way. A lot of them were great people, Some of them was ego-stricken, but that's okay too. So yeah, I had a lot of great moments in my life, guys. But what about you? Tell me in the comments below, or you could email me, and I will actually present it probably next week. That's right. Or when I start live streaming, guys, very, very soon, you can tell me about your great moments. Okay? But just like I said, life is full of moments. And it's not about the situation that you're currently in, but it's what you do about that situation that you're currently in, right? But make sure that you guys tell me your greatest moments. I would love to hear it. I'm going to read every comment that you guys send to me, okay? And like I said, this is going to be a very short day today. I just want to check in and chime with you guys on this great Tuesday. And I want to read you guys' comments. And I also want to read you guys' emails at timsondemand@gmail.com, okay? And with that being said, I want to thank you guys for joining me this brief and short time today. I just want to chime in with you guys. By the way, it looks like we got a storm coming up here in Florida. The eye is on Jacksonville, so we got to prepare for that. But I'm going to still try to, if the lights are not off tomorrow, I'm going to try to stream or send out some content tomorrow, okay? All right, guys, thank you very much for listening to my show today. Hope you guys have a great one. And remember, I'm not just Tim, but I'm Tim's on the Man. Got some stuff coming up very, very soon. I know I've been telling you guys that throughout the whole 8 weeks, but it's coming soon. Trust me, your boy gonna drop it on you, okay? And also, with that being said, if this is the channel for you, please consider subscribing, hitting that like button, and that notification button. That way you can get notified for the new content that's coming in. And with that also being said, go ahead and let yourself out for today. Thank you guys very, very much for chiming in. And pull that door too, okay? All right, guys, have a great Tuesday, a great afternoon, a great evening, and a good night. I'll see you on the next one.